Number 10. Chevy Trax. The Chevy Trax may not be appropriate for drivers who often tow oversized items. It is capable of towing a maximum of 1,300 pounds. As a result, pulling a camper or a large fishing boat with the SUV would most certainly be problematic. Most commuters will not need more power than the 2023 Chevrolet Trax provides. On the other hand, it's unlikely to spark the curiosity of car enthusiasts. It may take some time to accelerate, and, according to road testing, this SUV accelerates from 0 to 60 mph in 9.3 seconds. Some of the other competitors seem to have a big lead straight away. Trax drivers will need to speed swiftly when merging onto a freeway. The large cabin of the Trax is excellent for families with little children. However, the SUV's backseat may be too small for a group of children. Some travelers may find the legroom inadequate. Because of its large interior, the 2018 Chevrolet TrailBlazer is a beautiful option for individuals who prefer comfort and convenience above simplicity. On a modest dirt trail, the Trax performs well. However, drivers should avoid driving too deep into the uninhabited countryside. This SUV was not designed for off-roading. It lacks off-road shocks and skid plates, both of which are necessary for durability. Most individuals would benefit from improved ground clearance while driving in disaster-prone locations. The 2023 Chevrolet Trax is an undeniably safe vehicle. After being crash tested by authorities, it obtained a flawless 5-star rating for overall safety. However, there are certain critical safety measures that this SUV lacks. Many drivers consider automatic emergency braking a must-have feature, yet the Trax lacks it. No model offers adaptive cruise control or lane keeping assistance. Number 9. Ford Escape. The Ford Escape is the perfect example of how automakers around the world are rushing to release new SUVs to the market. The Escape is a crossover SUV that starts at just $27,000 and comes with comfortable seating for up to 5 adults. While the Escape does come with a few impressive options, you are going to have to pay a lot more for them. This means that while the standard model is around $27,000, you are going to have to pay around $30,000 for the hybrid model and over $40,000 for the flagship plug-in hybrid model. Number 8. Ford Ecosport. Getting superior fuel economy is a big reason to choose a tiny automobile. The 2023 Ecosport falls short of this goal, with just 23 mpg in the city and 29 mpg on the highway. Although all-wheel drive is standard, these numbers fall short of the competition. The Ecosport has a rear-view camera and a young driver program that limits extra drivers. There are no additional high-tech safety features on the Ecosport. Specific versions have automatic rain-sensing windshield wipers, blind spot monitors and rear parking sensors. The Ecosport doesn't even provide conventional driving aids like lane keeping assist or adaptive cruise control as an option. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration awarded the 2023 Ecosport a 4 in all categories. While it may not seem a big deal, some smaller SUVs have received the highest possible rating of 5 stars. Buyers should be aware that this vehicle obtained a flawless 5-star rating for side impact protection and a decent 4-star rating for frontal collision avoidance. The fact that it only received 3 out of 5 stars in rollover testing may be the most concerning factor. Despite being highly user-friendly in terms of handling, the ride of this vehicle leaves much to be desired. The cabin is the most sensitive to road irregularities. Unfortunately, the Ecosport's interior is also somewhat loud. According to Car Buying, the Ecosport is not a good choice for long family trips. Although the system in the higher trim levels of the Ecosport is excellent, it is a cause of annoyance in the basic S model. The 4.2-inch display is illegible and there are no choices for connecting with a smartphone other than Bluetooth. It's astonishing that a vehicle from 2023, even it's a basic model, is so technologically dated. The base model costs roughly $22,000 and has a disappointing lack of capability. Number 7. Jeep Renegade. The 2023 Jeep Renegade's brakes are relatively mushy and do not give a solid stopping experience. It takes 135 feet to slow down from 60 miles per hour. The Renegade features weak acceleration in addition to poor handling. The SUV cannot be moved because the engine lacks oomph. In the 0 to 60 mph sprint, the Renegade is slower than average in its class, taking roughly 9.3 seconds. In heavy traffic, the engine's stop-start mechanism enables smooth restarts. Finally, the Renegade's suspension is too stiff for my liking. You'll feel a lot of jolts and vibrations due to the road's defects. If you purchase the vehicle with the optional 19-inch wheels, the ride will most likely be harsh and unpleasant. The EPA forecasts that the 4WD 1.3-liter engine configuration will get 26 mpg combined. Road testing reveals that it gets closer to 24 mpg overall. This is the reason for worry, given that most automobiles in this class meet or exceed their EPA estimates. Number 6. Fiat 500X. A motorist with a large family may feel claustrophobic in the new Fiat 500X. While those in the front have plenty of space to spread out, those in the back will have to squeeze in. The second row legroom in this crossover is just around 34.8 inches, so exceptionally tall people may feel cramped. Road trips in the 500X will be less pleasant if you cram it with full-grown people. The cargo capacity of the 2023 Fiat 500X is less than that of comparable compact SUVs. According to Fiat, storage capacity is around 14 cubic feet. Many mid-range automobiles have enough trunk room to accommodate a small family. Golf and shopping bags will fit comfortably in the 500X. However, drivers may have difficulty transporting more significant items. The 500X has been demonstrated to be less reliable than competitive new vehicles. After the warranty has ended, the owner may be required to pay for a few further repairs. The Fiat 500 loses value on the used market because of worries about its durability. The trekking trim level of the 2023 Fiat 500X seems rougher than the other trim levels, but it isn't significantly more adventurous. The 500X has no off-road upgrades, such as metal skid plates or trail-rated shocks. This crossover can handle a dirt road owing to its basic all-wheel drive system, but it's not suggested for usage on more difficult terrain. Those expecting a comfortable ride may be disappointed by the new 500X. Going over damaged pavement will inevitably make the ride a bit harsher. This element detracts from the 500X's grandeur. Number 5. Mini Countryman. Both storage and passenger space are insufficient. The 2023 Mini Countryman's lack of interior and baggage space is the vehicle's most noticeable shortcoming compared to competitors. Minis stand out among subcompact automobiles due to their small size. The 40-20-40 split folding rear seats provide the pass-through capability for more oversized objects. However, the releases are located on the rear passenger doors, not in the luggage compartment. Android Auto is not supported. There is no compassion for Android users here. You'll have to depend on Bluetooth instead of a smartphone app. You can use Apple's CarPlay technology if you possess an iPhone. Both are now standard in autos, so the absence of Android Auto is odd. It might be more comfortable if the seats had more cushioning. While not excruciatingly firm, the seats in the Countryman could use some more padding. Even though the seat back has adequate side bolstering to keep you in position, the thighs get very little support. And the ability to look outdoors is insufficient. Because your vision is limited while looking behind you, you'll have to rely on the rear view camera if you need to reverse. The back view isn't wrong, although the small side windows hamper it. The rear window is also relatively small. Number 4. Ford Explorer. The 2023 Explorer is an SUV with lots of power and space but has poor fuel economy. The EPA forecasts that this 3-row Ford will only get 20 mpg in city driving. The absence of conventional automatic stop-start technology results in worse fuel economy, particularly on busy city streets. On the highway with typical traffic, this mid-size SUV gets 28 miles per gallon. The third row of the 2023 Ford Explorer is intended to seat no more than 2 young children owing to its limited 32.2-inch legroom and 38.9-inch headroom. The back seats in this opulent Ford SUV are much too small for 2 persons to travel comfortably. And when dealing with older folks as renters, easy entry technology is ineffective. Because of the height of the headrests of those seats, second-row occupants may feel even more cramped. The 2023 Explorer has relatively little lateral stability, with a maximum track width of just 89.3 inches. This is especially noticeable on paved roads while making sharp turns or doing other maneuvers. The side wind stabilization cannot fix some of the swerving, veering, jolting and swaying at high speeds. The lateral stability, like a 10-speed automobile, does not respond rapidly to a loss of lateral stability. Driving this Ford SUV and your family into the highlands, where the roads are twisting and the ramps are sloping, requires additional caution. Number 3. GMC Acadia. The 2023 GMC Acadia is hailed for its distinctive features and style, but the inside falls short of our expectations. The GMC Acadia lacks the upscale feel and design that would attract more customers if it had more luxury items in the interior. The 2023 GMC Acadia is a 3-row SUV, but the rear seats aren't exceptionally comfy. The third row seats are tight and uncomfortable, making the travel less ideal for anybody more significant than a tiny child. Regarding fuel economy, the 2023 GMC Acadia suffers from the traditional disadvantages of SUVs. The Acadia benefits from an upgrade in all-wheel drive, although it still cannot boast of especially excellent fuel efficiency. Number 2. GMC Yukon. This is one of the SUVs with so many disadvantages. As enormous as the Yukon may be, its size must have some downsides. If you want to park this SUV in your garage, you first need to determine its measurements. Finding a parking spot or even turning the corner on a busy city street might be difficult. This is particularly true if you choose the Yukon XL, which has a larger wheelbase. Large SUVs struggle with mobility and fuel efficiency, and the Yukon of 2023 is no exception. Choose the rear-wheel drive and the 5.3-liter V8 engine for 15 mpg in the city and 20 mpg on the highway. This is about average, but if you opt for the larger V8, your city economy decreases to a pitiful 14 mpg. If you want a Yukon but are worried about fuel economy, the diesel model gets 21 mpg in the city and 27 mpg on the highway. Number 1. Range Rover Sport. The 2023 Range Rover Sport needs a more costly engine upgrade to get the tremendous power you'd expect from a new luxury SUV. The standard V6 engine is powerful enough for most drivers but falls short of the off-roading and high-speed excursions that some customers want. The use of larger wheels in the 2018 Range Rover Sport design makes it seem more attractive than before. The use of larger wheels of the 2023 Range Rover Sport design makes it seem more attractive than before. However, their aesthetic worth outweighs their use. Some drivers may dislike these wheels because they alter the car's ride quality. This isn't a deal-breaker for the 2023 Range Rover Sport, but it's worth noting. This premium SUV has a unique appearance that is ideal for these markets. Those who like the aesthetics of a Range Rover are likely to do so for the rest of their life.